Hi everyone and welcome. This is my review of the latest remake from Disney. This is Pete's Dragon. Now I love the original 1977 film. Can't believe it's going to be 40 years old next year. I'm going to be 40 next year. So me and Pete's Dragon, the original film, are the same age. And I just love that film. I've seen it countless times. I love how cheesy and goofy and corny and the overacting and the great songs and the wonderful animation and the great special effects. It's just one of my favorite films from my childhood, and I just love it. I love it so much. So when I first heard that there was going to be a remake to Pete's Dragon, I was a little upset. Just a tad. I was like, what is this going to be? Is this going to be a straight remake? Is this going to be a movie that has the same songs as the original? Because I really love a lot of the songs from the original film. Most of them. All of them. I just love them so much. So I was worried. I'm like, what is Disney going to do? I just didn't... I was a little concerned when it came to what I was about to see with this remake. And when the trailers first came out, I was like, okay, looks like a totally different approach. The kid kind of looks like Pete from the original film. Bryce Dallas Howard is here. Robert Redford, Wes Bentley, Carl Urban, and you know, this new kid. I don't know who this new kid is, but I like the way the film looks. I kind of like the dragon, but I was still a little worried, I have to say. But I admired that they looked like they were going to try and make a different kind of movie and not just a straight remake of the original. So, of course, if you've seen the original film, then you have a pretty clear idea of what this movie is about. And from the get-go, there was some major changes from the story that I remember in the original movie. And I like those. I like the way this movie began. It was a little sad and tragic, and the way it was filmed was very fascinating, especially for a PG-rated movie. And I just thought, wow, what a great risk they took there. It's very emotional. I care. I like this introduction to the new Pete. I like the way Pete's dragon, Elliot, and I'm glad his name is Elliot in the movie. I was really happy about that. It was one of the things I didn't want changed. I wanted his name to be Elliot. His name is Elliot, and I like kind of how they tell you why his name is Elliot, or how he got his name. I thought was really sweet. I thought so. I really like the introduction to Robert Redford in this movie. He's kind of a narrator to the film, and he's the older man. He's like the Mickey. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot Mickey's name. Oh, I'm a horrible person. I'm a terrible person. I'm going to try and remember that before the review is over. Mickey Rooney. Thank you. Okay, so he's the Mickey Rooney character, and Bryce Dallas Howard plays the daughter character, and then we get to know Pete. Now, Pete is played by an actor named Oaks Figley, new actor. I've never seen him before. Very convincing. He's great. He's a kid, but he's very convincing as this character that has been in the woods for a while, has this so-called friend that can disappear, which I did like, that the dragon could disappear. And I like the design of the dragon. I thought the dragon looked really great. The original film, it's all hand-drawn animation. This time, it's all CGI. And the dragon looks great. I like the way he sounded. He sounded like Elliot. Another plus for me, his mannerisms and the way he moved around and how innocent, and his great eyes, and the relationship that happens between him and Pete, it's wonderful. It's great. Now, if you're looking for the songs and stuff like that, you're not going to get it with this movie. So you might be disappointed if you don't. I was fine with that. I actually liked the soundtrack to this film. A lot of great music, just some music that I think Leonard Cohen makes an appearance in the soundtrack, and then there were some other artists that I didn't know, but I loved the soundtrack. The musical score is very beautiful, and then the soundtrack alone with the source music just adds a nice mood to this film. You don't get a lot of family movies that are like this, especially nowadays. For me, this kind of felt like an 80s film. We don't see anybody with a cell phone. I don't know when this movie... I didn't look at the cars or anything, but this felt like this movie was from the 80s. Maybe it was centered in a simple time where there wasn't cell phones. So I like that. I think that added another added more interest to the film than if they would have had modern day technology and they were on their cell phones all the time, or someone took a bumbling picture of the dragon, and then that's how they were exploited and stuff like that. I don't know. That just wouldn't have worked. The movie is not flashy. It's not over the top. It's not silly. It's not goofy. But there is a little bit of humor that happens in the film, and it feels natural, and it feels just it fits into the way this film is presented, and I appreciate that it's a remake that's not just a rehash of everything that's happened. It really tries to be something different. Now, I was worried at times when we get to introduce to like these men who are kind of friends to the main cast, and they're like brothers. Wes Bentley and Carl Urban, I think, are brothers in this film, and they work in the lumber industry. And I was hoping that this movie wouldn't become some preachy environmental piece, and it didn't go there at all. And I was so happy about that. I don't mind if they, it's important to, appreciate the environment, but I didn't want a heavy-handed, preachy message kind of movie. I just wanted a nice film about a friendship, about a kid, kind of finding a family, and whatever happens in the beginning of the film, and he finds a family. I wanted something just sweet and nice and quiet. It was a beautiful looking animated film, from the cinematography to production, all the other production, art direction, and all the background stuff just looked beautiful. I mean, it's a gorgeous looking movie. If you don't like this movie, you can't deny that it is a beautiful looking film. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's pretty. It has a very attractive cast, a great cast. It's great to see Robert Redford in a movie like this, and Bryce Dallas Howard is great in the film. There's not a bad performance in the entire film, but what I will say is I don't like that they kind of take a character that we don't really fully get to know, and then try and make him somewhat of a villain, but they don't go all the way, and I appreciate that, but he is kind of a villain. They try and hammer in a villain just a little bit. That's kind of bothered me, but I was glad that they didn't go over the top. I'm just glad that it kind of stayed where it went, and, it's just a movie that doesn't talk down to kids. It's a movie that, makes them somewhat the heroes of the day, and then at the same time makes you fall in love with everybody else involved as well. It's not just a movie this is not a film just for children. It's a film for the whole family can enjoy. There's nothing offensive. There's something that inappropriate. This is one of the best remakes I've seen in a long time. And Disney is 2 for 2 this year with Jungle Book and now this film. I don't like this film as much as the Jungle Book remake, but I think this movie is a great film, especially for the entire family. And the director of the film is a guy named David Lowery, or something like that. And I believe he has a film that's on Netflix right now. Now that I've seen this film, I think the Pete's Dragon, he's done some shorts as well, but this is kind of his second sophomore film. So I would love to see his original film, which is, I think, more of an adult movie. But I'm looking forward to seeing what this director... I loved where this director is going from here. And I loved his approach to the subject matter. He also wrote the screenplay for this movie. It's just a different kind of family movie than we normally see, with something that's, hitting us over the head with some loud music or doing something that ties into modern day technology. You don't get this with Pete's Dragon. You get a wonderful family movie that is peaceful, that makes you feel good inside. I was a little emotional at times, and I loved. I did take some issues in the film, but overall, I really did love this movie a lot, and I highly recommend it. Go see it. I didn't see it in 3D. Don't see it in 3D. Just go see it. Go see the film. And if you're a fan of Pete's Dragon, I'd like to know the original. I'd like to know what your opinion is. My heart will always be with the original Pete's Dragon. It has to be. It is part of my childhood. But if I saw this movie as a kid, I would be thinking of this film 30 years from now and probably thinking the same way, because it is a wonderful family movie, and I highly recommend you go see it as soon as possible. Please. A great double feature of this, Pete's Dragon, and the BFG. So if you haven't seen the BFG yet, go see that as well if you can still find it, damn it, because that movie was amazing. Disney is just killing it this year with their superhero movies, with their animated films, and also with their family films as well. And I'm not scared so much if they want to remake a lot of their properties. I'm not scared, especially after what we've seen this year. But I don't want to see a Frozen live-action film. Anyways, so I love this film. I thought it was a great movie and something that everyone can enjoy. And just so beautiful. So warm and touching, and I can't not recommend it enough. And for that, I am going to give Pete's Dragon, the 2016 remake, I'm going to give it a solid 3.5 stars out of 4.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.